Okay, so I've done a terrible job recording everything I've done to this car. I just have, I admit that, and I understand that. So now that I've already done the majority of the hard work, I'm going to share what I've done to it and try to start documenting it. Because while I have this wagon I've been working on since August, I just convinced a friend to buy that wagon. I have another friend that I convinced to buy a wagon last weekend, and we're going to have to do a lot of work to their wagons. So, got this YouTube channel. I'll put like 2 small videos on it. Might actually put a little more effort into it moving forward. Pretty busy, but a couple hours a week I could put into it. So, story behind the car and why it looks like this currently is when I bought it, it had, it's hard to tell, but there was dents, scratches, like deep gouges all up in there. The whole body, like throughout it, there was just real bad damage. So I'd found these guys who were going to wrap it for me. So I sanded in the rough spots, bondoed the rough spots, got it to where when you put the wrap on, it looked smooth and you couldn't see anything. Obviously the car itself looked like trash. So hire these kids. They come do about 3/4 of the job, the easy stuff. And then when it got to the hard stuff, the curves, the mirrors, the handles, they just ghosted me. So, lesson learned. Don't hire vinyl wrap people off Facebook. I knew better. But this is like a cheap project car, not a show car. So, I was trying to keep the budget low on it. Anyway, I bought the car. It's a 2011. It had 107,000 miles on it. DPF light, EGR codes. It had like 28 codes on it when I bought it. I love these things. So I bought it, took it on as a project anyway, said let's have some fun. So as soon as I brought it home, pretty much put it on my lift and it was there for like a month and a half. And I'll walk you through what I did, okay? So in here, I pulled all this stuff out. I did the timing belt service and water pump, coolant flush, fuel filter service. The alternator, actually, that just happened a couple weeks ago. I had to replace it. I did a tune delete, the race pipe delete, left the flapper valve. So the DPF is gone. It's just straight piped all the way out. I did the cold air intake. All it really does is give you extra turbo whistle and a little, which is all I wanted. I did service the thermostat, which is buried way down in there. If you've ever worked on one of these cars, you know it's a brutal pain. And I got the air conditioning running. I think that's all for the mechanical stuff. I might be missing something, but did all that, got it up and running. These wheels I had on a GTI, which I've since sold. On the interior, I didn't really do much. I put in one of those cheap rip-off head units from eBay. It was like 80 or 90 bucks. Gives me wireless CarPlay. Good enough for me. And then if we get back to the trunk, while this is not its final form, I did just throw in a single 12. I've got a 4-channel amp up there, little rigged up currently, but the plan is going to be to, in the spare tire spot, we're going to build a box and put either that 12 or 210s or 115. We don't know what we're going to do yet. But we're going to put a box in the spare tire hole so I can have all my cargo space when I need it. But I just missed having some base, so that's in there for now. The last thing to do before obviously painting it is my sunroof. A lot of guys just seal these up. I don't want to do that, so I've got to pull all the interior out here to get the headliner down so I can get the rear drains unclogged, because they are clogged. And if you say, Seth, just go up through the wheel wells, went to do that, the drain already fell in. So I've got to pull all those panels out to get the drain, because it's just chilling down in there. So I've been trying to keep it in the shop, keep it out of the rain. So that gets you caught up. Okay, so like I was saying the other night when I was walking you guys through this car, I'm terrible at hitting record. So here's what we've been doing. We have went through all the rough spots of the car, sanded, did some body filler, did some primer, did some body filler, sanded, If you've ever done any body work, you know it's just over and over and over. I'm not trying to get perfection here. I don't know how well you can tell this, but it's pretty smooth. I've left all the body filler areas a little high, as per the instructions of the body shop who's going to paint it for me. So I'm about to go through it right now, just kind of clean it down, make sure I haven't missed anything, make sure I didn't leave any like crazy low spots. But I'm about to clean this thing out. Had to really do some major repair here. I'm worried it's not going to turn out the best there, but there's not a ton I can do about it. I am not a professional body shop guy. But anyway, here's the wagon again. Mostly prepped for paint. You know, there's panels of the car like right here that are just perfect, nothing's wrong with it. And then there's other sections of the car that were just in terrible shape. One being up here. I don't know how well it's picking it up, but there's just huge gashes. And, you know, I don't know if it was a cat, claw marks, what, but just decimated. So here she is in all of her glory, getting ready to be sent off to Maaco. I know. We're sending it to Maaco. I'm sure there's going to be some hate. I don't blame you. Sorry, paint dust. Here's the deal with this car, right? Paid like $25 for it. I had a ton of problems. I'm in it for like $65 as it sits right now. And that's before getting paint put on it. So we're about to exceed the budget on the project car for the value of the car. Because I think if it were in great shape, like I think if it had fresh paint on it, it'd be worth about $6,500, maybe $7,000, because I went ahead and did the CP3 upgrade. But it is an automatic. So anyway, this is the goal for this is to be like the fun daily. I'll slap up the ChatGPT animation of what kind of I envision for the car. Most people hate it, and that's fine. It's my car, not yours. But that is a front bra kit for this car. And I'm torn on it. Either we go back to the factory paint or we do that toffee brown that Volkswagen did. And then we throw like a basket rack on top sometimes for road trips with a full-size spare. And just full grandpa prepared status is what I think this car would look good at. But here she is. She's prepped for paint. I'd say 90% of the way. I've got to go back over it, and I'm going to scuff everything down real good, clean it up, make sure I didn't miss any crazy low spots. They said at Maaco to leave any of my body filler spots high. So anywhere I've got some body filler, I left it a smidge high. Not crazy high, but a little high. He said they'd rather knock it down, try to get it level. I know, it's a Maaco job. Who knows what we'll get. I'll be transparent with you guys. It's going to be $2,000 for them to just paint it. So that's going to be primer, a base, and then clear. So, you know, we're not getting anything fancy. They're not going to prime it, sand it, prime it. They'll probably hit it with primer. I imagine they'll lightly scuff it. Then they'll hit it with the actual color. Then they'll clear it. That's going to be that. So fingers crossed. Paint jobs are expensive. A good vinyl wrap job is expensive. I'd spend more than that for a good vinyl. So I want to test it. I'm going to talk to them. I drop it off tomorrow. I'm going to talk to them about seeing what it would take to get them to just lay up maybe an extra coat of clear on. So I've got some room to wet sand, bring it back down. But just a quick update on the car. It goes off the paint on Monday. They said they'll have it back to me by Friday. So we'll see what we get, and I'll be as honest with you guys as I can. And when I get it back, I'll grab one of my good cameras, not just the GoPro, and actually get you out here and show you the paint on the car. But, you know, this is a project car that it's my bad. I, want to make a little bit of content, but I'm a very busy guy, like with my real job. So I only get to do this on the weekends. And I tend to forget to pick up the camera and go. But on this car, like I said, CP3's done, tune delete's done, aftermarket radio, but it's just a cheap eBay one. Wheels, tires, redid the front suspension, kind of refreshed the whole car, pads, rotors, threw a sub in the trunk, nothing crazy. We are going to try to build something custom in the back, so I will do my best to pick up the camera and follow along for that. But this is where it is. It's going to be kind of my intro video. It's kind of pieced together over like a week and a half, so it's probably really crappy. I apologize in advance. But if you're interested in the car, you want more VW TDI content, let me know, because I've convinced 2 friends to buy them. And immediately, as we were coming back from the 2.5 hour one-way trip from buying his car, this one, which looks fantastic, the dual mass flywheel started making noise on this. So we decided we're just going to leave it here at my house and order all the parts for it, which is dual mass flywheel, timing belt kit, kind of all the basic maintenance that car could need at 120,000 miles. Do it all, because then he's probably got the nicest looking car out of the group. My other buddy's got a really good looking car too. I don't know if you can tell on here, but this is pearlescent white. It's definitely aftermarket. Somebody repainted it, but it looks really good. And in the shade, it's got a huge hue of like blue to it, so it looks great. Well, like I said, I travel for work and I stay busy doing that. I've got my wagon in there as a project. I got my buddy's wagon that we're going to work on soon. And then this was dropped off to my house while I was at work this week. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I might sell it. I might fix it. I thought it'd be a cool build. I still think it could be. It's in really great shape. Again, I think the camera can pick up the paint on this. Phenomenal. It's got like 90,000 miles on it. It was a one owner. It was on Copart, so I took a risk for it. And I think it needs a high pressure fuel pump. Could need injectors. If you know anything about that N54 engine, they have some issues with injectors and fuel pumps. So could be either way around. I don't know. But as you can tell, I keep myself pretty busy, and I really only have Saturday and Sunday to work on these projects that I give myself. But I got a bird in the shop. I'll get back to it. I'll post an update. When I get this car back, I'll probably do a full video, be it 3 minutes or 30 minutes, once it comes back from Maaco. Give you guys my honest thoughts and opinions on how they did, how the experience was, and what the paint looks like afterwards, knowing that I'm not giving them like the ultimate best canvas. I'm doing good, but I'm not a professional paint and body guy. So, you know, we can't blame it all on them. But if they just like gob the paint on and overspray on a bunch of stuff, that can be our barometer for how well they did. Thank you guys for watching. I'll talk to you later.